You start this time.
Yeah. As I was starting to say before I moved into George, I'm going to try and use my own voice. So, table 11, here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, just a little bit nerve-wracking being a best man for your best friend. But a lot of people tell me I look like someone. And I've heard he's a pretty good speaker. So, just imagine it's this guy, I think you'll all enjoy it a little bit more. I think it's my duty first of all to say, George, those were some very beautiful words. However, I hope you made the most of them. Now that you're married, that is definitely the longest you're going to be able to speak without being interrupted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here today. I think we'd all agree it's been a magnificent day, and for all of those who have been involved deserve many congratulations and another round of applause. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ross, and I've known George for nearly 20 years. So that means that this speech could go on for a while. It could, but don't worry. One of the pieces of advice I was given was that the best man speech should only last as long as it takes a groom to make love. So with that in mind...
Oh my God.
Now my name's Josh. I'm also one of George's best friends, I think. You can see there are two best men here today. So why does it take two of us to describe the groom? Well, as the man in Mossborough has said, there's a lot to fit in. Now me and George go back to year one when we were 4 years old, and he's promised me that if I do well at this wedding, I could be best man at his next one too. Even if I wanted to embarrass George by telling stories involving ex-girlfriends or sexual references, we can't, because simply we were three of the biggest losers growing up.
Anyway, I've heard a tradition during the best man speech to reveal all of the most embarrassing experiences about the groom. You may have been a bit intrigued about this box. So we've got you a gift, or should I say more collection of gifts, which kind of summarise some of the biggest events of our lives. Now, some of these stories we can tell, some of them we can't, because I have seen a few children around, and neither one of us wants to get arrested on this big day. It's moderately PG.
My cue? I want to start lightly. This is our yearbook from school. I just want to refer to a sentence George wrote about me. I hope we stay friends for long enough so we can go down pub. Thank you, George. Our friendship did make it past the solid age of 18. Although the age we first went down pub would actually be debatable. Here's Ross to tell you why.
Yeah. So the story that Josh is referring to is when, at the age of 15, we thought it would be a good idea to go down to our local pub and try and get served. I mean, look at George now, he's still... I can't imagine what history looked like at 15. But anyway, we couldn't have been too confident because George insisted that we take props with us. Now George's bright spark idea was to take a single cigarette. Why this makes it look older, I don't know. And I can't criticise him too much, because my idea was to take my 50-year-old dad's work pass. And well, Josh, he just brought a set of keys. Needless to say, even with these amazing props, within 15 seconds, we were thrown out. And George, I know that day still haunts it, but when I arrived back in Nottingham yesterday, I went to that pub and got you this. So now, you're always in your house.
Now, the three of us had a massive obsession with wrestling. I mean, obsession. I should have worded that a little bit. We used to wrestle with cushions. Now, we had many many good times against these cushions. We were tag team champions against them. We also had some bad times, including breaking the arm of my sofa, and I got a complete rollicking off my dad. Thank you very much. By the way, George, you left this out.
We want you to wear that all day. Wrestling wasn't the only thing we liked when we were younger. There was a period where me and George wanted to be famous rock guitarists. Yeah, believe it. But anyway, we begged our parents for lessons and the guitars, and eventually they booked all. So for the first few months we went, and we were rubbish. After a few more months, we were still rubbish. So disillusioned by this, instead of going to our lessons, we used to take our mum's money and go to a local shop. Sorry, Anne. The weird thing was, we always used to come back with so much energy, buzzing. I guess it really is amazing what £7 worth of pick and mix. Well, anyway, George, I think we're a little bit hasty giving up there. So I've got you this nursery rhyme songbook. I think it's a little bit more your level.
George, as you all may know, is currently serving in the Nottinghamshire Police. It's a wonder how he got in, but he seems to be more of a victim than a defendant. George has had terrible luck, in particular with bikes. He's had not one, not two, but 3 bikes stolen. I hope he didn't cycle here. Not only that, but I can recall of an incident that happened a few years ago involving the 3 of us, where we were actually jumped from behind by 3 guys. Now the only recollection I have of that day is having a tug of war with one of them over my bag, looking over my shoulder, and like a true policeman, George was nowhere to be seen.
George, there's a few more things in here, but we'll let you go over most of them in your own time, leisure time. There were just a few more things we wanted to share with you. Now, obviously, you are in the police force, so we got you these. The job, obviously, but, you know, we live in a I'm open-minded, but it's what you want to do with them later. And then, you know, tonight's a big night as well, so got you some Olympic condoms. Although, I recommend you put on the silver one so you come second for a change.
George, besides that one instance where you tried to literally kick the crap out of me during a fight, you have been a very loyal friend, and you actually showed this loyalty by ringing me 30 minutes after this fight to apologise in the world's most awkward and shortest telephone conversation. Now, I've known you for nearly 20 years, so it's a real honour to be asked to be best man the biggest day of your life. Now, firstly, I want to say that the bridesmaids look absolutely stunning today, and that is only eclipsed by Rachel's beauty. Now, Rachel, I've had the pleasure of knowing you for a few years, and you're such a lovely person, and you're just right for George. Likewise, I think George is just right for you. You complement each other perfectly. You've both come so far already in your young lives, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you both. Now also, my mum sends her congratulations. Unfortunately, she can't be with us this afternoon, but she is covering Rob's shift at Russian. She did say she'll be making a cheeky little appearance later on the dance floor.
Yes!
Yeah! You said! Yes!
I've known George for a long time, through good and bad times. But I can honestly say I've never seen him as happy as when he's with Rachel. And it's not too hard to see why. Rachel, you're beautiful, funny, intelligent and witty. I guess it really is true what I say. Opposites attract. My best friend. I mean, you are a friend. It sounds a bit cliche, but you're more like a brother to me. I mean, I found this part of the speech the hardest because how do you sum up 20 years of friendship in a few lines? But you are truly the best friend anyone could ask for. You've always been there for me. And looking at you now today, marrying the love of your life, nothing makes me happier. I know you're just going to have such an amazing future together, and I can't wait to be part of it and share it, hopefully sharing some of the experiences you have.
Before Ross gets too emotional, I'd like you to raise your glasses in a toast to the happy couple.